Hey, babe.
What's up?
What's up? What's up
What's
with you?
poppin'?
Now, whenever you say what's up, you mean business. Like, you trying to be serious.
Trying to.
Yeah, like, that's your goal to be serious whenever you say what's up.
Hi. What's happening? How's everything going?
Mm. It's good. Um, it's decent. I'll say that honestly. Um, I was actually off today. Well, from my day job. Got a lot of planning that I'm doing.
Flicks and flavors.
The Flicks and Flavors, a Galentine's kickback.
First event. Okay.
First event solo, I guess I should say, really hosting. I mean, I was a big part of a couple of the Wanyeezy Wednesdays, but this Wanyeezy Wednesday this is completely curated by me. Um, no help by choice, of course. Like I wasn't, I just wanted to be independent with this one. I wanted to be independent with this one. Um, and really show off my skills and show off my skills as far as being personable and creative and
Mm-hmm.
also connecting with the girlies. This is a smaller event, so show off my skills as far as doing the best with what I got actually. Because this is a smaller event. It's smaller than what Wanyeezy Wednesday was, even the last one. Because the last one was the smaller one, was one of the most intimate ones, the one for your birthday in 2023. Um, but yeah, today was sort of a chill day. Sorry, I forgot about something. It was sort of a chill day. I was prepping today, like I said, planning. You went to the store, so I had to prep some things for the week and for the next 2 weeks, really.
I was out at the store for 2, 3 hours.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why was it taking you so long to find
I
stuff?
don't.
Because you
It
wasn't
was.
with me?
Matter of fact, no, it wasn't. I was finding the stuff fast. It was just like it was just a lot of people in the store, and it's just like
That shouldn't
traveling. Like
that
I
shouldn't
started
slow you
shopping at
down.
like 4. I didn't get back home till 7:30. Like it was just
Well, yeah, that shouldn't slow you down.
still.
That really slowed you down.
It was just the drive and just getting everywhere because we go to a specific Walmart because I know one Walmart ain't gonna have everything.
Yeah.
But like the Aldi that I went to, they didn't have everything, but they had majority of everything. So it was a lot. I got a joke today.
You do?
Yeah.
Really? What is
I went to go see grandma the other day.
it? Okay.
Shout out to grandma for real, cause she always be having jokes. So this
Oh
is this is
gosh, what
from
did she say?
this is from grandma. Um, so what do you call, or a matter of fact, it's not even what you call. So like I said, I was with my grandma the other day, and I was telling her about different places, and I had mentioned Chicago. She was like, "Oh, chicken in the car and the car won't go."
What? Chicken in the car and the car won't go? Like a chicken?
Chicken in the car and the car won't go.
Chicago?
Chicago.
Is that really what
That's what she
is that
said.
really what she said?
That's what she said.
Chick cause
Chicken?
Chicago?
Yeah. That's how you just pronounce it, especially if you're from the South. She from the South.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Chicken in the car and the car
She
won't
sure
go.
does. I've never heard her say that, but because I know how she talks, she sure would say it like that.
Yep.
She'd be like, Chicago.
Yeah. Just like when she says Charles, she says Charles.
Charles. She sure does.
I was like, girl,
That is
I was
hilarious.
like, girl, you seen Uncle Chuck? She said, yeah, Charles called.
Yeah, Charles, he came by yesterday.
Gotta love grandma.
But she really does like have a formula
Yeah.
of speaking. And then like we'll start talking about like food. She'll be like, "Oh, what y'all eat today?"
Mm-hmm. What did
You
we
know,
do?
or I had some I don't know.
Other day,
Give me something she like. She'd be
some
like,
black eyed peas and some turkey with legs,
no, you'd be like, "Oh, Aaliyah made dinner, so I had some leftovers." Oh, what'd you make?
chicken
I
and
made
rice,
some chicken and rice
and
and
mac and
mac
cheese.
and cheese and kale. Mac and cheese? Oh,
I
I
used
miss
to,
some mac and cheese.
I used to make some mac
I
and
miss
cheese.
some mac and
Have
cheese.
about 5 cheeses, and back then they had gummy cheese.
And then she'll bring up, she'll be like, "You remember Wanya? I used to make this stuffing for Thanksgiving.
I like
Get
grandma.
some good onions in there.
Grandma, I
I
wasn't
can't even
around.
eat onions no more." I'm
She said, "I
sorry.
love
She
onions.
always said that.
I love
I
onions."
love onions. Can't even eat that no more.
Oh man,
Sorry, but
I wasn't.
like I don't be laughing at all. Like I don't be
Yeah,
laughing. I just be listening, but I smile. But it's just like it's just funny.
my thing is, I wasn't even around when grandma was making Thanksgiving dinners.
Oh, she
I
thinks
was like, they would
she thinks you were.
everybody was like older. Like my dad and his brothers were all older. Maybe it was
Mm,
when my brother was young, but not me, because I'm very young. I'm 12 years younger than my brother. Um, but yeah,
that's a lot.
I know.
I didn't realize it was that many years.
Yeah, he about to be 40 this year.
Woo! It's like, no, I'm just
Wait,
joking.
no, no, yeah, he about to be 40 this year. So
Oh.
actually, 13 years. He's actually older than me.
So your dad had him at 20?
Yeah, him at
20. Your dad about to be 60?
61.
60? Oh.
Yeah, he
Okay.
had him at 21. Yeah, then he had me at 33. So that makes sense. That makes sense now. No, I don't know. It don't even matter. I don't even,
What?
but nothing. This is a nice hoodie. I
You
like
throwing
this.
shade at your dad? What?
Can I buy this off of
No,
you?
you can't buy that off me. That is my hoodie. You're borrowing it for the day,
Borrow.
for the night.
It's nice.
It is
I
nice.
like the
It's
the
very warm. That's actually the hoodie that I wear when I'm really cold, and I just like I'm just really cold. I'll throw it on.
like this got a nice flow to it. Like this is how I like my hoodies.
That's from Pretty Little
I
Thing,
know.
and
Can't wait.
it's a set, but I didn't get the pants. I just
I'm
got the
about to start
sweatshirt.
shopping for Pretty Little Thing.
Good luck, cause they changed a lot. I mean, you could probably find some stuff like that, but
Wait, they got
not
men's
too
stuff
much.
on Pretty Little Thing, right?
No, they don't.
Oh, okay, okay. Thought they did.
How have you been feeling, babe?
Um, honestly, I've been going through a little spill, you know. No, I don't want to call it spill. I've been going through a little bit, going through some things mentally, spiritually, um, emotionally. Just I feel like I'm coming up on a new cycle, and
You keep saying that.
I
You keep
haven't.
saying we're both coming up on a new cycle.
Yeah, well, you're closer because you know.
Oh yeah, about to be
Um,
28.
but I just just a lot of things going on in the mind, not really I'm realizing I really haven't been taking the time to be proud of the marginal gains in life.
Mhm.
Um because I always talk about it every time we sit down and talk about, how last year went, how it was like a major change for me when we moved, and um the change of jobs and stuff and trying to figure out things. But um yeah, I'm just like coming to terms with, I guess you can say, turning over a new leaf and actually living for us instead of continuing to live for me. Um Honestly, that this these past few weeks has been, just like it's not back and forth, but it's just like
It's been back and forth.
we haven't been on the same page. Um because of things that we haven't been on the same page about, probably unconsciously, for the past few years. on my part. Maybe you know that we haven't been on the same page, but for me, I feel like
I've been waiting. I just been being patient for us to get on the same page with certain things. And I think I'm realizing that I thought that we were going to get on the same page naturally, but that is not realistic. Um and not that I excuse me, not that I necessarily regret how I've handled things, but I was being sorry. I was just being a little I was being unrealistic about it.
I don't think you were being unrealistic. I think what it really is, or it has been, is just me, being so adamant on being able to be a provider,
Mm,
because I've had so many examples of people not being providers, or they are providers, but they're not really providers of me. Like the only person that's really truthfully, provided for me through year zero all the way up until now, or up till I moved out, was my mom.
mhm.
Um, of course, my dad was in my life, but after a while, he really wasn't providing anything, just child support. Um, and it's just, I don't know. I'm really going through the motions. We're, like I said, we're going coming up on a cycle, and it's triggered some things that I didn't realize that I have still in my mind. Like we're coming up on 4 years,
Yeah.
and the last time I came up on 4 years in a relationship, that's when things went downhill. And it's just, I want to make sure that I'm worried that I'm not doing the right things in order to ensure the longevity of this relationship, because I want this to work. I want us to work. I want us to be, I mean, of course, it can't be forever, but I want us to be forever. And, I'm kind of in my head about it. Um, and I'm trying to do the things that I didn't do before, but there's some things that subconsciously I'm just doing just because of the fear of not doing it the right way.
Well, you're saying you're trying to do things that you didn't do before, but that would be you comparing. You shouldn't be comparing what you did before at all. Like before, how old were you? Like 19,
No, I was
16 to 20?
yeah, 16 to 20. Yeah, 16 to
That's
21.
16 to 21. That's a totally different time period.
Yeah.
So you met me at the beginning of your last cycle. Yeah,
Yeah.
you did. Um, but you shouldn't be comparing what you did before to now. That's not realistic at all. That's kind of dangerous actually, in my
It's
opinion.
it's not that I'm comparing. I'm just,
You are comparing because you're saying you don't want to do what you did before.
yeah, but I'm trying to learn from my mistakes.
Hmm.
Being able to not revert, or not revert, regress. I don't want to I'm making sure that I'm not regressing. Um because I, for some reason, I feel like after year 3, that's when like things change in a relationship, because that's when things become a little more serious.
Somebody told me that once, actually, when me and you started dating. She didn't say that about me, but she said when her and her relationship hit year 3. Now, mind you, at that time they were at like year 6 when she was telling me this, or year 5. But she said our year 3 was a lot. Like she was like, that was the hardest year, I think, for us. And she was like, I don't know why, but it was the hardest year. And I didn't want to hold on so to the fact that she said that so bad that I think I held on to it.
Mhm.
And not saying that I necessarily not saying that I necessarily self-sabotage this or sabotage this, as far as being subconscious about it or being not being conscious about it, but it was just in my head so much that I'm like kind of being delusional about the way I went about things. And that's why I'm saying I wasn't realistic because I wasn't realistic. I wasn't being realistic about it because I'm thinking like, well, if we keep going and doing this way and we just keep going the way we're going, it'll be fine. But that's not realistic because you have to grow. But that was like 2 years ago that I heard that. It wasn't even that I was being told it. I heard it just because somebody was telling me their experience. And not to compare any relationships or anything, but it's just another serious relationship that I was a witness of to a certain extent. And I thought about it. I kept thinking about it. And I didn't mean to keep thinking about it, but I kept thinking about it. It takes two. And because of that and other things that, we'll get into is I feel like I was, I guess, doing an injustice to this relationship by being in that delusion of like, well, if we keep doing things the way we're doing it right now, since we're happy right now, it'll stay like this. But that's not realistic.
I don't necessarily think it's a delusion. Um, I think
Well, how is it not a delusion if it didn't play out the way it was supposed to play? If it didn't play out that way, because it didn't play out that way at all. So how is it not a delusion?
when you thought about that before, when that person told you that, again, you were in a different cycle. We were in a different cycle then.
No, I wasn't.
We weren't in a different cycle.
No, that was 2 years ago.
That's a whole different cycle.
No, it's not.
We
Cycles are every 7 years.
well, I'm looking at it in the perspective of we weren't in the same situation that we're in. Well, not situation. We weren't in the same position that we're in now.
But I don't think that
I
matters.
think it does.
Why?
Because we go from seeing each other every weekend, every few days, talking on the phone.
Hmm.
Now we're with each other every day. It's
Yeah,
easy for us to, see each other and miss each other and talk to each other when we're apart for a few days and give each other a break. But now we're with each other every single day. You see what changes and you see what doesn't change.
yeah,
So it's not delusional. It's just that that was your mindset back then. We're in a whole different mindset now. Like I can tell you right now, my mindset 2 years ago versus now, it has changed. Like I'm not on like I am not like there's no there I for me back then 2 years ago, what were we doing 2 years ago? Was that 2024? We were going to events
2 full years ago. So
two
like
full years
2023.
ago. We talked about it before. I was thirsty. I'm hungry now.
Yeah,
I don't care about the theatrics. I don't care about any of that. I care about actual results. So like I was still a kid. We talked about it before. I still was a kid. I wasn't the man that I am today back then. I didn't even have a car. Even though
okay.
that doesn't define me, but like I was still kind of dependent on my mom to get me places.
Hmm.
So like now we're in a whole different space where again we're here together every single day. There's no days off. There's no I'm gonna go to my room. You're gonna go to your parents' house room, and we're gonna fall asleep on Facetime. No, we're gonna fall asleep right next to each other, even if we're upset with each other. So again, that's not delusion. That was your mindset then. Your mindset changes. All of our mindsets changes all the time. You know this. It evolves. It's not change. It evolves.
Hmm.
So like again, I keep saying this, but it's not a delusion. I want you to understand that it's not a delusion because this is the cycle. We were in a honeymoon phase, to be quite honest. We were in a honeymoon phase for a little
Oh,
minute
wow.
until like sh- things got real. And
Mhm.
that's when we got here. Like I feel like if what happened didn't happen, we would probably still be in a delusional state. Well, not a delusional state, but we would be in that delusional state that you think that we were in, or
Like fantasy.
a fantasy.
Yeah.
We just going along. I don't think we would be growing. I think we'd be still doing. We would stay in a box. We've grown so much since we moved here. We're a month away from being here for a year, and
Yeah.
we've grown so much. Where it's just like we're capable of going out and making our own moves that we need to make in order to grow as individuals. Like I always talk about for us to grow as individuals, but also grow as a team. Guess that's that us our struggle with communication or with my struggle with communication. Um,
But I think that's my struggle of, I guess I could say like thinking I can always stay in control
mhm,
in the simplest way just because of my yearning for something.
yeah,
Just because I'm yearning for something doesn't mean everybody's just gonna fall in line and be on the same page as me.
yeah,
Or if I'm passionate, I should say, passionate about something. And I thought that's what I thought that's what it was gonna be, you know.
yeah. Um, I don't want to say that maybe we have two different paths. We're on the same journey for sure. We're on the same journey, but we just have maybe there are a few goals. Like we have the same goal, having a legacy together,
Yeah.
but we may have some other like different milestones that we want to achieve along the way. Um, and and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just with us not communicating those things, it causes an issue. Like, for example, if we're on this journey and you want to stop and pick some berries, but like I want to keep going and I want to climb a tree, and you picking berries is important to you, but it's not important to me. And me climbing a tree is important to me, but not important to you. And we're not communicating why these things are important along the journey, then I'm gonna look at you like I gotta get to my goal. I gotta climb that tree. And you like,
See, but let's go before that. You're not even telling me that you're trying to climb a tree.
that's what I was about to get at.
You're not even telling me that. I'll tell you I'm trying to do, would you say, pick some berries.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you exactly why I'm doing it and how I'm doing it. You won't even tell me. We'll just keep it pushing, and there's nothing communicated about what you're trying to accomplish or what you're accomplishing
yeah,
or what's even next.
yeah.
And that's just not okay. Cause what am I supposed to do with that?
You can't do anything with it, honestly. And maybe that is I gotta get out of it, but having a sometimes having a one track mind when I just and my mom she would say that you got one track mind like you just think about one thing and that's it like and I don't really understand what she meant, but like I understand it now. I do have a one track mind sometimes where it's just like I'm hyper focused on me and my goals, where it's just like I just want to execute and get them done and not have to explain myself to somebody else. And that's the only child thing in me where it's just like I never had to really answer to a brother or sister, why are you doing that? Why you got your toys like this? I just got them like this. I don't have to answer to nobody. I don't have to explain. I don't have to move my toys. I don't have to do any of that. I can just do it because I just have the opportunity to do it. So I think that's kind of where it stems from, where it's just like I don't explain myself and I need to explain myself, especially if I want somebody to believe in something that I believe in.
Mm.
Like if I say I can climb this tree, or hey, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. You like, what are you doing? And I get upset because you're asking me what I'm doing, and obviously I'm climbing a tree, but I never even told you that I was planning on climbing the tree.
Where are you right now? Where are you right now in this process of trying to grow together and us having a bit of a setback? Because our anniversary is
Next week,
next week. It's on the 21st. And while I'm very happy about it, honestly, for me, I'm kind of weary about it because I don't really know what's coming right after that. Like we have started to work in the right direction as far as communication and finances, but I don't really know what's coming right after that. Like I really don't. And I wish I did. And I feel like the whole thing that I've been battling this whole time has been the control aspect of this entire thing. And I know that's something I have to work on, but like with that one argument that kind of started all this, I I'm still kind of stuck on like that I didn't know like the conclusion of it. I'm still kind of stuck on that. I I didn't know the conclusion of that argument. Like I didn't know how that was going to turn out, and it's like I'm not good at asking for help. I've been trying to work on it, and and so I literally called my sister. Who's back there?
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh.
You had that back there the whole time.
Yeah, I put it back here before we started filming.
I
Just use the whole thing. We got more.
no. No. I called my sister like literally right after that argument, crying. I don't call nobody crying. I don't do that. That never happens. You can ask anybody. Oop. You can ask anybody. That I just don't move that way. I've never even called you crying. Um cuz quite frankly, I feel out of control when I'm crying. Like I can cry at the drop of a dime over something I'm passionate about or maybe something that's triggered in me, but I feel weak every time and I don't like feeling weak. I feel like I have to be strong all the time. Um but I called Tyura because well, she's my older sister like I think that was the first time. I'm not going to lie, it was refreshing calling her uh cuz that was the first time I ever called out to my older sister just cuz she's my older sister. I don't
Hmm.
think I ever did that before. I always knew I could though.
Yeah,
I know that I can. But I'm an older sister too. Like
yeah.
I'm um one of six. So it was nice feeling knowing that I can reach out to her though. Just off the basic fact that she was my older sister. Like I wasn't even thinking about, oh, Tyers, maybe she's been through this or she's been through this or she can relate. Da, 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 da. No. I was like, I'm gonna call her. But that's what's stumping me with this entire situation is that I don't know. And maybe I don't need to know yet. I don't need to know yet. God don't sit here and write out the plans and be like, well, you're gonna get here this time. So I don't need to know yet. But it's like it is bothering me that I don't know what's next. Um and I think I need to come to terms with it's okay that I don't know what's next. I just need to take control so that I can do everything that I know I did everything I could possibly do to continue to move forward and grow.
Yeah.
Like that's the challenge for me with this entire thing. Like even though, the biggest factor of it is your communication, da 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 da. But at the same time, it's also me comprehending what is right in front of me and what needs to either be done or continue to get done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, I think what really sparked that whole conversation from my perspective was, of course, it was miscommunication, but I just felt like our last conversation, it really, I felt like I really didn't contribute to it.
What last one? Which one?
With Jay, that was
You
what,
think
like,
that's what contributed to it?
no.
Or go sorry, go ahead.
So from my perspective, that's what kind of like made me feel a type of way and kind of like started my side of the argument because I felt like I couldn't contribute. And you're just giving me, honestly, just constructive criticism. And
That wasn't the argument.
that's,
I mean, I guess that was the beginning of it. That was the day before.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Um, that was, I just felt like I wasn't contributing the way that I felt like I could contribute, especially in a conversation with somebody that I care about other than you, my mom, my grandma, mom, my mom, etc. Um, and it was like a moment, like it was like I wanted to show, it's like I want to show my big brother that like
I knew that's what you was about to say. Yeah.
this
You
is
wanted to show like your big homie, like
it's not my big homie.
what
I
does that
don't
mean?
I,
Am I saying that wrong?
I don't have big homies. Nobody's bigger than me. Nobody's bigger than
You
me.
wanted to show your big bro
Yeah,
all
and
that you've learned,
yeah,
but you felt like you didn't have anything to contribute, so you didn't know if you learned anything.
yeah.
Oh,
Um, but talking with him, because after the argument, like I talked to him, like I like because he was like, "How's everything, man? Like that was a good draw," and I'm like, I don't know, like it's
that's what you said. You said I don't know.
yeah, I was like, things just took a turn,
Oh,
and like it wasn't that I was like, I don't know, like we about to. I don't know where we about to go. Like things about to go. I just know like it's just like I just felt like it was a different kind of argument where it wasn't a resolution because the argument went on for a few days. Like the
like
argument,
a week.
yeah, the argument didn't stop until probably like 3 days ago or a few days ago, just about. Um,
I'm not laughing at it. It's just like, yeah,
and this is the first time where we again had an argument and there wasn't a resolution, and I think that's where like we pride ourselves as like if we have an argument,
we
we have a
do. I
resolution at
thought
the
I
end.
was the only one that did that. You do that too in this
Yeah,
relationship? Me
because
too.
because that's why I say like after the argument is over, you have to say I love you because at the end of
You
it, like,
didn't say it though.
yeah, we did.
And
There was a
you put your hand out for me to shake your hand and I didn't want to.
yeah,
I didn't because I didn't it's not that I didn't want to have a resolve. I just didn't feel it.
yeah. I figured that. And when I when I shake somebody's hand, that means for me when I shake a act like I'm not no, not all that. I'm talking shake somebody's hand. That means we're connecting on the ether and we're coming to a common ground of respect and almost love.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I get it.
I shake some people's hands, but
I'm not the first to shake somebody's hand, but I do feel the energy of when people do put their hand out to shake my hand. Like when Gwen was sitting here,
yeah,
we had like we was just it was a handshake, but it was like a connection.
yeah. Um, it's almost like on Planet of the Apes
He's asking your permission. It's a supplicating gesture.
when Cobra put his hand out
That's
and
not that.
Caesar.
That's not the same thing. What are you talking about?
Um, no, but handshakes are important to me as me growing up as a man or whatever. I didn't take it as disrespect. I just knew that like I understood like when you didn't. You was like, I don't know if I really want to because it's just like it gives you reassurance, but I'm not reassured.
Yeah.
And I understood that. Um, and I knew that we weren't going to come to a common ground right away. Like I knew it wasn't going to happen the next day. I still don't expect it to change really. I mean, I feel like you just said, like you're waiting to see how after our anniversary goes. Um,
It's not even just like right after our anniversary or like the events that's happening on our anniversary or, around it.
yeah,
It's just like, is something going to trigger in this relationship the act of truly moving forward?
yeah,
And honestly, not from me, but from you. Because I am ready to move forward. I'm always ready to move forward, actually, all the time with
yeah,
everything. As soon as which I don't feel like this chapter is ended or that this even is a chapter like of my life. And then I'm like, oh, I'm going to move on with somebody else. No, I just feel like I'm ready to move forward all the time. I can recognize when it's time to go.
yeah,
And for me, if I which I still am going to do, but if I start to shift my mind into going into like, okay, it's time to learn something new. And if you're not right next to me, I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave you there. Like I don't want to go to Georgia without you or go on vacation, I'll say. I don't want to go on vacation without you, but I feel like I still need to do it,
yeah,
as well as like even I was just telling you about some more business ventures today,
yeah.
which I don't think you didn't even bring it back up to me.
I
I don't know if
was.
that was on purpose,
No, it wasn't on purpose. I was.
but um I'm bringing that up because like I'm ready to move forward with the things that I've learned thus far. And I need you to be ready to move forward as well with me.
Yeah,
But at the same time, and I think you are ready to move forward when it comes to I think I just had an epiphany. I think you are ready to move forward when it comes to the business side of our relationship and WNR Productions, the business side of you, etc., and even just that entire mindset. But I don't know if you're ready to move forward with us and within that mindset. And I don't there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time I don't want to move forward apart from you. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I know how I am. And I know when I'm like very sure of myself, I'm just going to be on go. Especially it hasn't always been like that, but especially with me being very aware of my emotions. And I just said I think I had an epiphany because I think that we we started off this relationship in business for real. So I
Yeah.
think we've always known how to do a good job around business. But I think when it comes to the truly intimate and spiritual, soulful things connecting, we haven't really worked on it. Not saying we haven't done it, but we haven't worked on it.
Yeah.
We've just been going with it. You know what I mean?
Um, I've come to the realization that there's some chapters in my life that I haven't closed yet. And that's what's honestly holding me back.
Wanyeezy. You're not confused, but you listen. You listen until it gets inconvenient. Then you call it confusion. Because every time it gets uncomfortable for you, you start second guessing what you already knew.
I just want to make
The right move, you always do. You just hesitate when the right move costs more than expected. Stop acting surprised by the cost.
We started this relationship as friends. That was the beginning, or you came into a chapter of my life where I didn't know how other characters in my story played a role in my life.
Okay.
There's some people, when they win the lottery, they have to get therapists. They have to go to a therapist because when they win, I mean, how much time you got left?
4 minutes.
When they win the lottery, they don't know how to handle winning a large amount of money. So they have to go to therapy. They have to go talk to somebody about that
Okay.
because, like, if you're used to living a certain life and now your lifestyle is going to change for almost the rest of your life,
Mm-hmm.
you got to know how to switch over from that.
Yeah, that's true.
My mom, she told me she did all the preparing that she could do when it comes to living on your own and stuff. But like, me up that I really it fucks me up that like a person can have so much control over you when they really when they really don't matter.
Who? Who doesn't matter?
I've been doing it with envy in my heart because I know we did this together, but like, you know how you've made your dad proud and your mom proud and your aunts and uncles and your cousins and your siblings proud.
No. Let's be realistic here. No.
Your parents proud.
No. You said you know how. I don't.
But do you have the
It's only
feeling?
one person that I know for sure that
Or
is
do you have a
honestly proud
feeling
of
that
me.
they're proud?
Actually, I'm not gonna say one. Let me stop because I think all of my siblings are proud of me.
Just. Do you feel like your parents are proud of you?
I can't confidently say yes. And maybe that's something within me, but it takes two. But I
Let
can't
me
confidently say
let
yes.
me let me reiterate. Do you feel like they have been somewhere close to your side in this process of you going into this chapter of us living together and you becoming a full adult?
One of them, yes.
And you've accepted that.
Accepted that
That
it's
is,
only one of them?
yeah.
No.
I'm gonna just go ahead and just say it because it's just like I'm in the back of my mind. And you said it the other day. I forget what you said, or you said a few weeks ago. Because I said, why should I listen to somebody that just is just talking BS? Because they're not even in the position to even tell me or give me some knowledge.
Who? You gonna tell me who now? Because I really don't know.
So I've been doing, I've been moving with envy in my heart.
Is envy the word? Because who are you talking
Talk
about?
about my dad.
I don't think envy is the word.
Let me finish and maybe you can help me out with the word.
Okay.
I turned 16, 17, a pivotal moment in a teenage boy's life.
You're 16.
Matter of fact, 17. I was 17.
Okay.
A pivotal moment in a boy's life, turning into a young man.
Mhm.
I don't know what happened, whatever. But my dad, he dipped. He was around, but when I turned 16, 17, he moved away. And
Mm.
it was just back to me and my mom. Before it was my mom, and then I had my pop and I had my mom. And then if I saw my dad, it is what it is. If I didn't see him, it is what it is. It didn't really affect me, but it did because I had my pop. I had another male role model in my life.
Mhm.
From 16 to 21, my dad was just a phone call away. Just a phone call away. Me trying to figure out how to be a be a man, be a black man in America, being discriminated against. All I got is my mom. My mom, he's just a phone call away.
Hold on, babe. It's not all you got. I need you to shift that. Every time you say it, it don't matter where we are, who we with. I'm gonna text you if we out. I need you to shift the mindset of all I got. what you have. What you have is your strength, period. So I need you to shift the mindset of all I got, because it's not all you got. It's what I have in richness, period. Is your mom, is your mom, is your grandma. At the time your pop. That's what you have in richness and in richness. Period. I need you to shift that. Like I know, and I can't relate, but I know it's rough. And I see it in you. I see that it is rough, and it's a trauma that I'll never understand, but you have to get to the point of saying who I had and who I still have and who got me here to this day is my mom, grandmom, mom, pop. And that's who you had and that's who you were blessed with. So it's not all you had. Who I had. Go ahead, sorry. I really want you to understand how rich that is. That is still.
It's gonna take me a. I hear you, and I'm gonna communicate with you. It's gonna take me a minute to really understand that
That's up to you.
because I'm sorry I'm saying because, but like there was times where I just needed after my pop up died. I just needed a man. Pause. Hey yo, pause.
Just don't do that.
I needed a man, and I didn't. To be quite honest, I have a stand up guy to give me advice, to even almost tell me about myself until I met Jay.
Mm.
My dad, he just a phone call away. Like there was times where when I was younger, I really needed my dad to be there for me,
Mm.
and he wasn't. Like he wasn't, and he lived around the corner from me.
Mm.
He physically wasn't even 5 minutes away from me, and he couldn't help me. And I have to give him grace because he didn't have his dad when he was growing up. But he
Mm.
had male role models because his mom made sure she tried her best to make sure that he had some kind of male role models.
Well, just because she tried her best and brought that around, that doesn't necessarily mean to him that they were male role models.
That's true. Now, what my mom did, she had male role models or examples of what not to do, what not to become. Because that's
That's how she
life,
learned.
that's what she could find.
Mm.
I struggle every day because it's just like I know you said like I gotta look at of who I had or
Have.
what I have. And my mom, she told she was like, think about the life that you would have had if your dad was in your life. You wouldn't even be doing what you're doing. You wouldn't have no W&R
In what
Productions.
aspect did she say that
She was
though?
talking about like I would be so hyper focused on what my dad would want me to do that I wouldn't want to do what I wanted to do.
I can see that.
Uh, but like when it's really important things, like when I lost my job, I didn't really have room. I didn't. I didn't. I had other people. I had your dad. I had you. I had other people to talk to, but like what really would have like really helped me if I could was able to talk to my dad about that.
Presently, realistically, I don't think that would have helped you. And even if we were to go back, I don't hold on to past stuff. If we were to go back, if you were to go back, if you were to go back and say, even if the relationship were to be different and it was a different upbringing, I just, I don't know how much that would have really helped you anyway. I really don't. And then even with, when you were going through that and you had lost your job and it was a big shift, I don't think he would have been able to help you. I really don't. Now, I'm not saying like the only person that can help you is yourself. No, but I don't think he would have been able to help you. I truly think that you, Wanye Robinson, are the example. And I know it's I told you that probably now, like, I don't know, 6 months ago for the first time, remember? But you are the example, or maybe before that, but you are the example of what needs to happen in order for you to move forward and have true growth in your life and show the example to the people around you too.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I feel like I am, like you're always telling me I'm a light. I think because I'm a true example as well of not necessarily what should happen, but what could happen when you lead with love, because that has never changed from you. I don't think that's ever changed from me, right? You
Yeah.
agree? When you lead with love, when you lead with loyalty and respect of yourself, and you stay true to yourself. Because I don't, until maybe recently, I haven't ever witnessed, not the people, not my peers, but people that's come before us stay true there to themselves through and through until maybe recently. Like there's, like my dad recently, that's about it.
Yeah.
But to establish, especially this early, to establish an integrity, a mindset, I'm gonna just say an integrity, and you go by it, and you go by it, and you're religious with it, and you stay in tune with your soul, your spiritual, and the God within you and God. Like it's like total alignment. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen an example of that. Have you? So I don't think there's anything wrong with, and you have to come to terms with this too. I don't think there's anything wrong with the fact that you couldn't reach out to your dad
I want to
because
say,
I'm sorry, but because as well as I feel like if something like that happened to me, unless I was really like really in trouble, but at that point, if the roles were reversed and something like that were to happen to me, I'm not telling nobody. And it's not even because I can't, or it's not because I don't want to. I would feel like that I can't because I would feel like nobody can help me. I can help myself. Now I'm not saying that that's okay that I feel like I can't, but I'm just saying you're the feeling of you feeling like you can't tell somebody because you didn't tell nobody. You only told, it was only me and you. The feeling of you feeling like you can't express that to anybody, it's not the same reason, but I would have felt like I can't express that to anybody either.
yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close this part up. Only reason why I said that is because when you look at when you think about a parent, you think about like, all right, like what you said. No, you can't. But how I'm gonna say it is like this: when we first started our relationship, right? I couldn't say it because I was getting emotional. When we first started our relationship, you kind of got a taste of the kind of person he was. We were out to eat New Year's Eve.
Mhm.
It was when you rubbed your foot up on my leg.
We wasn't even together. We wasn't even together yet. I remember that. I got you.
No, I got you.
No, I got you.
No, I
But
got
anyway,
you.
whatever.
Anywho, I had talked to him on the phone that day. Now, mind you, I hadn't talked to him before that, probably about a few months. Um, it's just some things he just wasn't honest with me about.
Mhm.
And I couldn't, the first time I realized that I couldn't go to him about something. I was going through my breakup, my previous relationship breakup, and I asked him about advice, and he didn't give me anything. And after that, I kind of realized that I really couldn't really talk to him about anything. So I just stopped talking to him, and it's the new year, like maybe whatever, give it a chance. So I did, and went into the new year open minded, but something came about. I needed help with something. Like I came up on some issues with some money,
Mhm.
and I didn't know who to really turn to. So I was like, let me ask my dad, like just so I could like survive or whatever it was. I asked him. He said, "No, I can give you this amount of money, and you got to pay me back as soon as you get paid." Now, in hindsight, is he trying to
Pay you
show
back
me?
as soon as you get paid is crazy.
In
For what,
hindsight,
$50?
yeah, it was
I
$50.
know it was $50. Not because I've heard this story before, but it just sounds about right. Go ahead.
Now looking back, it kind of was a teachable moment, responsibility, whatever. But that doesn't matter. But I kind of got upset because I know what I asked for. He offered this, but like telling me I gotta pay you back, that kind of like took me to the neck. That's when I'm like, all right, I ain't gotta ask you for nothing. And a week or two later, I get a call from my uncle
Mm.
saying, if you ever need something, nephew, like let me know. Like if your dad can't do it, you call me. Then my grandma called me. My grandma barely calls me unless there's an emergency.
What uncle is this? Lonnie?
Uncle Lonnie.
Mm.
I ain't seen Uncle Chuck since 2018, so and I thought about it. I'm like, how did they know? The only person who had told him was my dad. I came to you in confidence because I needed help, and you couldn't help me. And you go tell other people that I came to you.
Did you ever ask him about that though, Wanye?
This is why I'm about to tell you. This is why I need to close a chapter. I have to close this chapter in
But
my
I'm saying,
life.
babe, did you ever ask him about that? Did he go telling people or did he go asking for help for you?
This is why I have to close this chapter because I've never had the conversation with my dad.
Okay.
Not about the money, but just in general.
Mm.
I haven't seen my dad since 2021. And some people they go years without seeing their parents and say, well, whatever. But like
Mm.
there was a point in my life where all I could do is think about my dad and being with my dad and hanging out with my dad. And then I got to a point where I just felt like I was just I was just there. I was just like one of the homies. Never had that conversation with him. And I think that right there has hindered my growth for us because it's just like I'm doing my best not to be like him.
You're doing a great job.
And
but you shouldn't go. It shouldn't. The motivation shouldn't be not to be like him. And you said envy. The word is resentment.
Resentment. That's the word. Rewind. Resent. Uh, I know that shouldn't be the motivation, but it's just like I finally did it. We moved in together. We celebrating, or honestly, really couldn't truly celebrate because of things that transpired. Which I realized or I saw that that is a sign from God because I've seen a few people recently talk about their story about they just signing a lease or new house, whatever, new car, and then a week or two later they lose their job. They lose all means to making money. Well, not me. I didn't lose all means to making money,
Right.
but my main source. So it's just like I know that like you have to grow, I have to grow, and if you feel like you have to grow without me, then that's what you have to do. And I want to grow with you. But there are some things just like you've taken the time, you've taken uh the mental space to heal certain things. And if you haven't healed it, you're doing the work to heal it for yourself, not for somebody else, but for yourself.
Mm,
I have to do that as well.
mm,
And yeah, honestly, it's just I have to close some chapters that I haven't either addressed or it's just like I didn't know that they really were hindering me until now. Because again, I do want to grow with you and I want you to win because I've told you this before. I know how it feels when you don't have somebody, you don't have people that want you to win, or you don't feel like you have people that want you to win. But I want you to win. Now, also, I want you to know that just because I'm not trying to say a cliche or whatever, but just because you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel on the other side doesn't mean there's nothing going to happen.
mm,
It's a process, it's a journey. We can't foresee everything
yeah.
and we can't control everything. We can control about 95% of things.
Mm,
But in all actuality, and we talked about this, it's all up to God and how things are controlled. We're walking the journey that God has written for us,
mm,
and we're walking in that path.
mm,
We can't go make our own path. We can if it's written for us to make a new path or a new detour to get to the same place, then that's what we do. But at the pinnacle of it, it's all about God's plan.
mm. It is. I don't disagree with that.
And I think
I oh
oh, I'm sorry. And I think that's where we also had kind of lost each other is
where
because listen, you want to control what you can control,
my life.
your life. And there's no problem with that. I've let God control my life. And it took me a minute to really let God take control of my life. Now I do control some things. Like I choose to go to the bathroom when I want to go to the bathroom. I choose to eat. All that.
Mm.
That's that 5%, I would say. But like the steps that we've taken, that I've taken along the line, the ways, that's all in his control. I'm just walking in the path I have. I like, if big things happen, these cycles that happen keep on happening because I'm not doing what is written for me to do. And they keep repeating and repeating. I keep passing the same tree, trying to climb the same tree. That means I'm not doing something right and I need to learn a lesson from either passing this tree or climbing this tree. Maybe I don't need to climb this tree. Maybe I just need to continue to walk past this tree. And because me taking the time to climb that tree is taking time away to focus on something else.
Mm.
So I think us getting on the right page, right step, is really just both of us allowing God to be in control, but we also still be in control of ourselves, if that makes sense.
It makes sense. I wouldn't say be in control of ourselves, but be completely aware,
Be aware of it.
completely aware and intentional of ourselves. Um,
Sorry if I
I
went off on a tangent.
No, you didn't. I think you brought it back. I think one of the biggest, I'm realizing that with me realizing that I need to release control is because I made a conscious decision. Actually, I made a conscious decision. I think when we started looking at places to move into, that I was going to be heavy on my faith, heavy on my faith in God, my faith in myself, my faith in my loved ones, my faith on just the journey in itself and the process. And I was saying it, I'm meaning it, but I don't think I was realizing how powerful that is actually. And I'm saying it's powerful because it's like if you're, when you're ready to really walk by faith, if you're walking by faith, you can't see nothing.
By sight.
You can't see anything. You can't see anything. You're going. You're going, you're being intentional, you're staying true to yourself, you're building and maintaining your integrity, you're moving. And I don't think I realized that that's what I was truly asking for, asking God for, asking the universe for, to really be locked in with my faith. And you're a part of that. You're a part of my faith. And that's why like we had a moment and you're like, I think I'm losing you. I think you're gonna leave. I can still confidently say I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving because this is exactly what I asked for, and I know what I asked for. I know what I asked for. So now, if I need to be used to get through to where I need to get through and used to just even see the example of faith, of moving forward and being where I want to be or where I need to be with the love of my life, then that's what I need to do. But I don't think I realized that those were linear. Should I say linear? Side by side.
Parallel.
Right. I don't think I realized those were, I would say, adjacent. I don't think I realized those were adjacent, where I'm saying I'm completely working on my faith and want to be locked in with my faith and also release control. I didn't realize that those are those are the those are the same things. So it may hurt a little bit or be difficult, and you may be made an example if you want to align with your faith completely. But I think I really had to come to terms with that, and I hadn't. Even though I was saying it over and over. You heard me saying it over and over, and even telling you, yeah, you got to lock in with your faith. It's like I'm saying it because I know that's what it is, but I hadn't been made an example until recently. And with that being said, even with my faith, I appreciate it. I appreciate the blessings of what we're going through because I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I don't know about you, but I've learned a lot. And everything I've learned has not steered me in a direction off of my path. But I just remember I was telling you about the Lauryn Hill quote.
In order to be used by God, you have to really be used. You know, we always want to be used for the glorious jobs. Let God put me on the stage in front of the people in the Grammy show with a nice dress on. Let me just praise your name. But that's not being used. Sometimes in order to be used, you also have to be humiliated. You have to be humiliated sometimes. You have to be kicked and beaten.
When she was giving that speech at the school, I don't know, I forget what school it was. And I really didn't understand what that I understood what it meant, but I didn't feel what it meant
Yeah.
until now. Like you're not just going to be used for glorious things. Like you're going to be pushed
Yeah.
through the mud. You're going to be kicked down, toppled over. They're going to run the bus on you forward and run the bus on you backwards. And I don't think I really realized that until recently. But I still appreciate it. So I'm not going nowhere. Like I didn't realize how strongly you felt actually that you felt I was leaving. Now maybe I feel like, and I didn't address it that day, but I think what you felt was my mental maybe disconnecting a little bit from yours. But that's because I don't want to be still in the same space. We have to move forward, and I have, if I have to set the example of moving forward, then I feel like that's what I need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just want you to know that I do love you. I'm not
I
going.
do know that one.
I want you to know that I do love you, and I value our love. I value our ideas together. I value the words of encouragement, the words of affirmation. I value everything about you because, like, you're not my mom, but you have the best interests in your heart for me. Like, it's it's not hard for me to accept that, but it's just like last person that was like that is my mom. She still is, but
Mhm.
I didn't expect that from you. Like I expected you just to be my significant other. I guess
Well, what is a significant
I
other?
guess I guess what you said is just like, being pretty and having meals together
Being a
and
trophy.
yeah. And
That's
I
what you
didn't
expected.
and I didn't yeah, I didn't expect you to be a protector for me as well because I didn't I thought that was just what moms do. Now, you're not a mom, but you have motherly instincts inside of you. Oh, excuse me. But I didn't expect you to have that for me. Like I didn't know like how strongly you felt about me.
Really?
Like I didn't know that you were willing to go to war for me.
Yeah, I am. I'll shoot somebody.
With what gun?
I don't know guns like that. Yeah, I'm kind of scared of guns. We gotta start little. I'll feel for you. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I don't know guns like that. I don't. I don't do the pew pew.
That dream that I had, I'm not gonna talk about. We'll talk about it another time. That dream that I had, you were right there.
I never left.
Yeah, you were doing your best to protect me. You weren't like combative or anything, but you were like, in a way, like you're not gonna do that.
You know I'm not leaving. You know in your heart I'm not leaving, don't you?
Yeah, but
That's why, and I think that's why I was still there.
but folks talk about something. Yeah, well, I'm about to go to.
That ain't got nothing to do with
I
that.
know, I
You
know.
need to separate it. Because even if we was doing a good at communication, but we're still figuring out the monetary, I was still going on vacation.
Yeah,
Because I'm not going by myself. Like I'm going with my family. I'm not just going off somewhere like, oh, I'm going to be there by myself. I'm going to a hotel. I'm not doing that.
yeah. So, I was at work yesterday, and the question of the day was, "What are you most proud of?" And I
What'd you say?
had to be honest. I said, there's times where I'm so focused on, or not focused. There's times where I'm so focused on a certain goal where I don't celebrate the marginal gains.
Mm-hmm.
And that it's hard for me to be proud of myself on a lot of things because I'm so, like I said, I'm so focused on what's next. What can I do next?
Mm-hmm.
And the example was like finally got my own place, got a new car, but other things happened that kind of outshined that, and I let that be my focus. So focus on the things that really doesn't matter, that don't matter. Where it's just like I didn't
They do
celebrate.
matter. They do matter.
No, I'm talking about the things that didn't.
They do matter. I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Those things do matter. I actually saw a video on this earlier. Somebody it was a summary. It was like, how do you know when you're still in survival mode? That's one of the things is when you focus so much on the negative and not the positive. You're just focused on what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next. You can't be in that mode anymore.
Yeah.
You don't need to be in that mode anymore. You're creating a different life for yourself. So it's like that's what you need to remind yourself of. You need to remind yourself that you're doing a great job. You need to celebrate what you have accomplished and then move on to the next accomplishment, not move on to the next way to survive or the next way to stay above water.
Yeah.
You're about 9 floors above water.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you are. So continue to move up, continue to move forward. And the things that maybe weren't for you and turned out to be a negative or turned out to just be something that just needed to be removed, I'll say, you don't need to focus on it. You can reflect on it, you can look at it and say, why did that happen? But you don't need to focus on it. You don't need to ponder on it. You need to move forward and stay with the positive. Because honestly, it's not even a why it happened. Because you know why it happened. It happened so the next positive thing can happen for you to move forward.
Yeah. Well, as they say, beans don't fry in the
You always
kitchen.
trying to be corny. What? Who doesn't what? The beans don't fry in the kitchen? Beans?
Fish don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill.
Episode of the For Lifers Chat. Um, Thanks for being here with us, guys. This was really I'm just gonna say we're people too. That's all I'm gonna say. We always have conversations, and I admire our conversations. I love our conversations, me and Wanye and I's. But we are human beings, and we're figuring it out too. Thanks for being here with us, though. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.